Hi everybody, as usual, welcome to another episode of our book club. I'm so excited to be here as usual, sharing tips with you young girls and older ladies and also gents, because I've heard that you guys are watching. Good, very wise. Anyway, remember to share, to subscribe to all the social media of the VYG, share with your friends, even people who don't attend the church, okay? These are pearls of wisdom, all right? Now let's go to secret number 19. I'm not going to be reading the actual text, but I would like you to read at home. But I'm going to read some tips with you. But let's go into the topic before anything else. So today's topic is called Be Wise, and this is more for the ladies. Obviously, the author, she's Brazilian. She lives in a different country, so she's talking about her reality there. There are many areas that are not safe at all, just like here in England, or maybe you're watching us from another country. You will remember areas in your country or in your city that are not very safe for you to walk around after a certain time. Okay. So she's talking about, she's giving advice to be wise. She mentions an incident, a very, very sad incident that happened to a young girl in the VYG there in Brazil. I advise you to read so that you can see what it's about. But what are we talking about today is be wise. For example, you are getting ready to come to an early service and it's still dark. You are leaving an evening service and it's already dark. Maybe you live in an area that is not very safe. Maybe there's something going on in your area. There are gangs around, there are drug addicts. I don't know, but you know, or you should know, and be wise and aware of your, shall we say, surroundings, and prepare. So for instance, when you do that, when you are careful and you plan your journey, I'm going to, because usually the services we attend usually are after work or after school, after studying, or early in the morning, because you are at school or college or uni during the day. So what are the chances that it will be dark if you leave your home by 6 a.m. to get to church for the 7 a.m. service? Surely if it's winter time, it will be still dark. Same thing after a night vigil, a very nice gathering that you had with the youths or in the church, a night vigil, and then you go home by yourself. So that's not wise, okay? I know this is common sense. However, some of you do not, shall we say, practice that common sense. Is that correct in English? I'm not sure. You know it's not a good idea to live by yourself, to catch a train by yourself. You still have to walk for like 10 minutes or 5 even. But you think to yourself, well, God is with me. And indeed he is. But don't put yourself in the situation where is not a good situation. All right? So, God teaches us to be wise. To be wise, actually, we learn about intelligent faith at our church. Don't just do things. Know why you do those things. Read the Word of God. The Bible talks about the wise virgins and the foolish ones. I don't know if you know that verse, but we'll have it here on the screen for you to read and see how this relates. Obviously, it's talking about a spiritual situation, but this also goes for a physical situation. 5, it's not by chance that the Word of God mentions the wise and the foolish. So they were a group of 10. 5 of them, they were careful. They thought ahead. They planned ahead. They knew the groom was coming. And when it gets dark, you need to have your lights on. So 5 of them just fell asleep. And then when they woke up, we don't have any more oil for our light. So they were desperate, rushing around because you needed to have those on. But the wise ones, they had taken with them some spare oil, so they were not in the dark. So it's a very interesting passage in the Bible that I think is perfect for today's topic. You have to plan ahead. It's like a friend of mine that used to work with me. People who know me, they know that I always carry food in my bag, always. I always have a banana, I always have a cereal bar or whatever, because I don't know what will happen during the day. And there was a day I got stuck in traffic for so long, I almost fainted in the car. So someone had to rush out in the middle of nowhere and find me something to eat. The cars couldn't move. It was like a terrible situation. From then on, I said, no, I'm not gonna have to go through, I don't have to go through this again. So I took it upon myself to take care of myself in that aspect. If I know I can't stay without eating for too long, then I will look after myself and always have something in my bag. So I remember this girl, she used to always come to me after a long service or whatever event. She knew I always had a snack in my bag. And she would always come with a brazen face, oh, can I have your banana? And then guess what? Oh, okay. But then there was a day, I think the third time, I said, no, you should, by now you should know that you are going to need it. So I'm not going to give you my banana. Usually I carry bananas. And then I think this was a lesson for her. I said, no, because I will feel unwell more than you. There is a reason why I carry snacks with me. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you think for yourself and you plan your day. So I don't know if this is making sense to you, but to me it makes a lot of sense. You need to plan ahead. You need to know, for instance, in this case of this specific topic, you need to know about the dangers of where you live and plan things ahead so that you can go to the church or to an event with other people, not by yourself. All right? So look at some tasks that the author wrote here for us to remember and practice. The first one says, if you are going to attend a vigil, never go back home by yourself. Arrange to go back with someone and make sure you are together all the time. Okay? Number 2, avoid staying at church late if you are alone. Usually, when I see the younger ones, I say, what are you still doing here? The service already ended. Do you have a lift for you to go home? Oh, yes, I do. Okay, then. But when they don't, I always said, it's time to go. Chop, chop, chop. Right? So it's not that we don't want you to be in the church, but you have to be wise. We do not teach young people at our church to be careless. Okay? If you attend the church, you know that we are very much about intelligent faith. Okay? Find yourself a lift, but don't stay late in the church if you don't have anyone to take you home, okay? Number 3, if the youth group meetings finish too late or they take place at times which may jeopardize your safety, talk to your pastor to find a solution. This is not a sin, okay? So there is a special event and you're going to be helping setting up the event or whatever, everyone is getting together, but then you did not think ahead and asked around, hey, who is going my way afterwards? Can I get a lift with you? Or, whatever. You did not even think about that. So you will go home by yourself thinking, oh no, I'm okay, God is with me. Yes, God is with you, but there are many people out there who don't have good intentions. So unfortunately, because of lack of wisdom, just like the foolish virgins in the Bible verse that I just mentioned, they paid the consequences. They were consequences because they did not bring extra oil with them. So unfortunately, there may be consequences for us too, even though we are Christians. If I stand on a dangerous area with my phone, a brand new phone, chatting away and thinking, no, God is with me, I'm a tither. Absolutely, but if I am provoking, if I am being careless, what do you think is going to happen? Someone is going to cycle past me, and when you notice, where's your phone? Gone. And can you blame God? No, you can't blame God. You were not wise. I really believe that God protects us when we don't know of the dangers. That's the thing. And this is why we teach intelligent faith at our church. So if you have this kind of thinking and you say, well, God is with me no matter what, I can be anywhere, nothing will touch me, no evil. But it's a dangerous area. This is not intelligent faith. This is being fanatic. There's a difference between having a godly faith and a non-godly faith. The godly faith, the intelligent faith, is one where you think. You don't just do things without thinking. You understand why you do what you do, why you are faithful to God in His commandments. Why? Because it's for your protection. You don't just say, I believe. No, you need to think, you need to understand, so it becomes a part of you. And it becomes like your second nature, it becomes your nature. So it's not something you will forget later. Same thing with the safety issue that we're talking about. You can't just say, God is with me no matter what, and then you just you expose yourself to danger. You were not intelligent. Not that you were not intelligent, but you did not practice intelligent faith, because the Word of God teaches us to be wise. Okay? I hope this is helpful. Let's read another one. Number 4, never think that discussing this subject with your pastor shows lack of faith. On the contrary, ignoring this issue and taking a chance shows faith without intelligence. That's exactly what I just said. And number 5, never accept lifts from strangers. We spoke about lifts, but I'm talking about lift from a cousin, from someone you know, from a colleague, from a church member that you really, really know, okay? Even if they attend the church, so you have to be wise. Who is this person? If you don't know this person, don't accept a lift, okay? Can you see? This is the kind of teaching we teach you always. Think, analyze, okay? Be wise, seek advice, okay? Join me again next time with another topic. Remember to share and to subscribe. God bless you. Bye-bye.